And on this program, I want to issue a plea to the games masters, to the teachers as well. Don't deny your students the opportunity of representing the school by not doing the registration properly. Just get everything done smoothly because the time gap between registering and the event is very, very short. So do the proper things and ensure that no one is disqualified because of another person, or I mean, just get it done, cross the line, because here the organizers take things like that seriously, and you don't want to miss out the opportunity of the biggest athletics event in Nigeria.
You're spot on, and also it's very imperative to let them know that it's not a win at all costs, situation. You have got to bring the right athletes to this event. They have to be under 17 and still in secondary
those
school.
schools with their names registered.
No mercenaries and stuff like that. And just like in the Channels Kids Cup, the process is very, 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 very strict. And the organizing committee will do everything to ensure that the right athletes are within the age range actually competes in this competition. So that's it for the Channels under 17 track and field classics. We'll definitely continue a countdown on this event tomorrow. We're still talking athletics. This time we're talking marathon, and there's a big story involving the Lagos City Marathon. The story is that competition, which is just in the 5th year, you hear me, has moved up from the bronze medal label to a silver medal label. This is being achieved in just 5 years.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so the Lagos City Marathon, like I said, fantastic news for the organizers of this competition. The Lagos City Marathon, which is arguably the biggest one-day event in Africa from its inception in 2015, has been organized according to the standard of IAAF, the world governing body for athletics. From the over 50,000 participants that took part in the first edition of the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon, over 100,000 took part in the most recent edition that was last year in February, actually early this year in February. All right then, so that's it for the Lagos City Marathon. Let's get on with the show now. Yeah, good list. That's the roster for you. It's 12 players, like we said. And you have the captain, of course, obviously coming back, Adara Elonu. But there's Upe Atosu is there. There's Ezine Kalu. There's Promise, Amukamara, Atonye, Nwagefa. There's Sarah Imobivo. There's Evelyn Akato. Adara Elonu was the captain. Aisha Balarabe, former captain, still there as well. So Ife Bekwe made his debut for Nigeria. That was in Senegal, and she played a huge role in that victory for the Tigress. There's also Victoria Macaulay, Elizabeth Balogun. That's the new name we're not very familiar with down here. She's 19-year-old, plays for University of Louisville, and at the time she was playing for Georgia Tech, she was named the Atlantic Coast Conference Rookie of the Year. So she's obviously a very talented player.
She'll be guided by, the experienced one. So
exactly.
Yes.
Good invitation, you'd say. There's also Atoye Nwagefa as well. Then the standby, 3 players on standby. You have Elo Edema, Sarah Ogoke, and Jasmine Nwaje. So that's the list, 12 that will be representing Nigeria at the pre-Olympic qualifiers. The team will arrive in Mozambique on November 9, and will face off against the Democratic Republic of Congo on November the 14th. Then the host nation, Mozambique, on November the 16th. That's in Group A, like you said. I mean, are you in any shape or form worried?
No, not at all.
At all.
But then you can't underestimate anything.
Your opponents. You do your job. When you get to a certain level, and I don't know if Daniel agrees with me, when you get to a certain level and you're up there, you need not worry about going down, because if you do, that's when you come down. A lot of teams are out there to get you, so to just focus on your game, and I think that's what these girls will do. I mean, we're on the zenith.
Let me add to this. I think I watched the interview when they interviewed them after winning the championship. You know, they said all what they went through, they said they want to keep it, you know, and they want to build on it. Where, you know, there were eggs on the floor, they tried to, you know, ruffle their feathers, a lot of, you know...
Hostility.
Hostility, and they went through it. So I think, for me, I think they're well prepared, and I'll give it to the coach. I like, for the fact that, you know, the players is inviting a bulk of the girls that won the FIBA championship. And I just let people know that they will fight for 10 Olympic slots on the Olympic qualifying tournament. So I think they'll scale through. I see them.
They'll scale through in both or this one?
This one.
Because I just want us to put it in perspective.
From there, we'll
see what happens.
We'll